In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a transparent texture for your models. So as you can see here, I have a chain link fence, got the outline there, and this particular panel here will have the chain link texture applied to it. So creating a transparency for a model, say for example trees, chain link, or even grass, just saves a heck of a lot on modeling. For example, you're not really going to model each individual leaf, are you really? It's best just to have a transparent texture of a leaf or grass or whatever, just to save a lot on polygons. So to do this, first off you need to open up Photoshop. By the way, I've already UV unwrapped this, so that's fine. Open up Photoshop, get the texture that you want to create transparency on. So I'm going to use this. This is actually seamless and tileable, so that's pretty fine. So what we're going to do here is use your selection tools, such as your marquee. I would say go for the quick selection or magic wand tool. And what you'll do is you'll select the areas that you want to keep. So as you can see here, I want to keep the black chain link, so I'm going to just select those areas, select them. Then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to select, save selection, and I'll call this chain. And if I go to my channels here where the layers are, if you go on channels, you can see here, if I just turn this on here, turn these off, you can see that when I saved my selection, it created an alpha map for me. Now what this means here is that the white areas are going to be the visible ones. So if you go back to the channel here, the white parts represent the parts that are going to be shown on the model. The black areas are completely gone, it's just transparent. So if I turn on the rest of the channels here, basically what that means is that the red areas are transparent, completely blank, there's nothing there, it will just be the black areas here. And if you want to just do some finer details to it, say for example you want to zoom in, if I use my paintbrush here on the actual alpha maps, what I can do is actually paint onto it. So if I just say for example delete this area here, see I turn that to red. See, that's completely gone now. You can just use your paintbrush to sort of go in finer details, say get rid of this part, I don't want this to be transparent, I want this to be I don't want that to be seen, I want that to be transparent, so I can delete areas there. And if I load my selection, which was chains, you can see that it's shown there that the areas that I've made red are now transparent. So let me just undo all that quickly. There we go. I'll just turn off my channels there. So I've already saved this out. So what I do then is go to File, Save As, and you want to save it as a TIFF. So if you go there, it's right at the bottom, TIFF. Make sure that the alpha channels is selected. Probably not the layers, but it should be fine. So I've already done it here, so I'll just save, yes, and you can do a bit of compression here. TIFF files are quite large files, so you might want to again use a bit of the compression stuff. Press OK. So here we are back in Maya. I've just created a new shader, going to apply the TIFF file to the panel here. So yeah, that's pretty much how to create a transparency there. As you can see, because I saved out these particular chains as the selection, it only makes these visible, the blue parts are not visible. And this particular technique can be used for pretty much a lot of stuff. Say for example skyboxes, grass, plants, foliage, all that good stuff. If I just open up this file here, you can see that these obviously aren't modeled, they're just images. Again, transparency, they're just panels applied to it. If you look at a few games that have foliage, like trees, whatnot, if you play a game, just look at them, you'll notice that they're just images, they're not really 3D models. Again, it just saves in a lot of polygons. If you were going to actually model these individual leaves, you'd be here forever and it would just rock up this polygon out so high. So that's how to create a transparent texture. It's pretty easy. Give it a go, try it out for yourself.